Welcome back, everybody. Episode 44.
Morgan Riley.
Morgan Riley. Rob Brown, man. For all those old school guys out there. Rob, you even know who Rob Brown is?
Yeah. No.
I don't.
So when I was a kid, a couple years ago, not many, but a couple years ago, when I lived in Kamloops, BC, he played for the Blazers, and I'd go, watch him warm up as a little kid, and they'd have, the music going in there would be old Rob Brown. He was a good-looking dude at the time. I'm sure he had a good junior career, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rob Brown, man.
That's cool. I had no idea who he is.
Nope. None.
Seriously?
Seriously.
You gotta look. He's terrible looking now. He's got he's like the back half of an XL7. You know what I mean? With the hairdo, party in the back and nothing in the front.
And he hasn't given up on it. He just
No, man.
Whatever works for you. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to the show, Sherm.
Thanks. Yeah, it's only been about 25 weeks or so that I got sent down to the minors, and
you went to some speaking classes to learn how to talk more.
I've taken a couple of speech classes at UTEP, and hopefully I figured it out.
Yeah, there you go. Well, let's get right into it, man. Mikey, big weekend here.
Yep.
2 of 3 against New Mexico, against Mr. Banks.
Banks.
He's going to be watching this. And I got something in store for you, Mr. Banks, and the rest of the guys, but we'll get to that a little later.
Yeah, he was fired up. We didn't give him any bulletin board material last week.
Well, yeah, man. Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
He brought that up a couple times too, but it was a good weekend.
It was. I mean, you take 2 or 3 against a team like that, you got to feel pretty good about it. They right now they're the hottest team in the division. I mean, they or prior to the weekend, I guess. They swept the Brahmas, and they hadn't lost in a while, and I think they've come a long way since the first time we played them.
Sure.
I'll be honest. I mean,
They're a good team.
they're good. I hate to even pump his tires in any way, but they're coached well, man.
Yeah.
They are.
He's not a good coach, Banksy.
He must be taking
I'm just
notes
kidding.
from someone else, but yeah, their system, their structure, it's tough to play against, and they have skill to match it too.
He does a good job for sure. With all the fun, there's a lot of positivity. He does a good job, and he gets those guys going, man.
Yeah, he was getting fired up on the bench this weekend due to the officiating, as was I. That was interesting.
Who'd you guys have this weekend?
Black.
Oh,
Black.
okay.
You should go back.
Yeah.
I'm not one to sit there and criticize officials, but
But you're going to?
God damn, was it terrible. Both ways, though.
Both ways,
not
yeah.
a one-way street at all. It was just it honestly, on Saturday night, it was almost a 3-hour game.
It took forever.
It took forever,
and I
man.
couldn't
And
wait
we're
for
getting
that one to
shit
be
pumped.
over.
You know what I mean? And it just took forever and ever and ever. And the more you criticize the referees, the less they want to do it. So they're learning the process too. So that's part of it. You know what I mean? But man alive.
We played an overtime on Friday, and I think there was only less than 30 seconds of 3-on-3. At one point, it was 5-on-5
I was
in OT.
watching it. I was watching it. In Dallas,
Yeah, it was because when it happened, they started stacking stuff. It's like, well, what are they gonna do? Is it gonna be 4-on-3 or 4-on-2? No, you can't. You got to go to 5-on-3. Then guys are getting out of the box, and it's 5-on-4. Then it's 5-on-5, and back to 3.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Didn't they take a guy off the ice or something
At the whistle? At the whistle.
Yeah.
It's good Lord. If you're not knowledgeable in the game and you don't understand the overtime process, you're gonna be like, what are they doing?
Oh, I know. The
Like
stacking,
watching cricket.
Yeah, I've never seen an overtime goal like that ever.
5-on-3 in OT, because they stacked. It was wild.
But it was crazy.
So before the game on Saturday, he told me one of our players had shot a puck down to the other side in warm-ups, and he says, "Hey, just so you know, I let him know if he does that again, you guys are starting the PK." He's like, "I really don't want to start you guys on the PK." And I looked at him and I go, "You just want to wait till overtime again, or what?" It was
You told him that?
100%, and the two linesmen started laughing because they knew.
Oh,
I like the one lineman a lot.
Gids?
Yeah, he's good, and then Edling.
Oh yeah.
He's a good dude, man.
Back in the day when we started, back when you were playing, when I was lining, being a linesman is the best. Because there's really no, you just, how hard is it to call an offside? And I don't mean that disrespectfully, but how hard is it to call an offside and icing?
Yeah.
Depends who it is, because sometimes it's pretty hard.
Well, if you're Paul Rohde, it's all the time.
You're still catching up to the play.
Right, but you know what I mean. It's back in the day when you guys, because it was a shit show all the time. There'd be 6-7 fights every game, and it was a lot of fun, man.
Oh, yeah.
Rohde gave me a 10.
I believe it.
I deserved it.
What'd you do?
I was lipping off to him, just giving it to him.
What'd you call him? Like, hey, Pillsbury, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was giving it to him. Herm was pretty mad too, so I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a good weekend. Sunday, was much better than Saturday. And 2 out of 3, man.
yeah, no.
I mean,
Big, big weekend.
That's more wins against New Mexico than I had last year. And we played them 10 times.
You guys
Were
play
you
a lot
suspended?
that
Were you suspended for any of them?
No. I think that was the only team that I wasn't.
Not sure if you know
against.
this, but I'm 1-0.
You are?
Batting 1,000. Just saying. I retired.
much? Yeah, you kept the puck too.
Yeah, somebody got me. You got
Yeah,
me
I got
a
it
puck.
for you.
Yeah,
Of course
it's
I
in my
did.
office.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate
I wouldn't let you leave without it.
it. Wow, it's my claim to fame. That and 75 goals in Pape. And
Especially taking that $1.50 away from Beavis. So
Yeah.
speaking about Beavis, he still owes us a stick.
he owes us a stick and a janitorial crew to clean up that locker room.
Yeah, I'll talk to him. He's gonna forget. What are you talking about?
Huh? What?
But anyway, and then back on the other side of things with the NA, big weekend, 2-0.
Big weekend. Going into Lone Star is never easy for anyone.
Mm-hmm.
The fans are right on top of you, and Dan set that team up to come at you in waves over and over and over again. So going there and getting 2 is huge, for sure.
And yeah, it's certainly good. And this weekend for both clubs is going to be here the NA's against Shreveport.
Yep,
So that'll be another good test for the guys.
for sure.
And you just preparing real well for that. And obviously the NA3 on the road, going to Dallas.
Yeah, dealing with the same thing.
Yeah.
Going into that barn.
Chad Michael McMichael.
Chad Michael
Chad Michael
I
McMichaels.
talked to him for a while this past weekend. So
Yeah, he's a good
doing
guy.
well. Yeah, he's a good guy.
They're good. They got it. Their top line is really good.
That Russian
That
kid.
Russian kid. He's
man.
lighting the world on fire in that league. So
Yeah, he's doing good, man. But it's that's what it's about, like winning, and
It's a lot more fun. That's for
it is for sure. And the crowd this past weekend here,
it was
it
awesome.
was awesome. Friday was huge. It was just shy of a sellout. Saturday was a sellout, even though we got shit pumped.
That sucked.
And then Sunday it was
North
a really good crowd. I
north
didn't know
of
what to
1,000.
expect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sundays are hit or
100%.
miss, and
Especially
I watched it
after
at home.
Thanksgiving, everyone wants to just kind of hang out.
Yeah.
So I was surprised that it was that packed.
It's you never know what you're going to get on a Sunday. Even as 3-3, it's either going to be a really, really good game or it's not. There's no in between.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And what I mean by good game, it's physical, the chirpy, the fighting, or it's going to be just a sleeper.
Yeah.
And
I thought the game on Sunday was really good.
Yeah.
It was back and forth. Came through in the third period. I think Saturday night when a couple of the guys, they just finally went.
Yeah.
And it just settled everything down. Because before that, it was just a bunch of pillow pushing around. And it's like, just do it.
Yeah.
Be done with it.
Yeah, no, Sundays are always tough. But it was good. It was a really good weekend for both. So looking forward to that again this coming weekend. And, the NHL's taking off. I was watching the game last night in Calgary. They did a big ceremonial thing. It was really nice to see.
Yeah, I saw Guy Gaudreau got to use one of Johnny's sticks from when he played there in practice, and
That's awesome.
that's pretty cool.
They wore Gaudreau jerseys and warmies.
I
Both
didn't see
teams,
Both
that.
teams, yeah.
Really,
did.
and I know they got center ice and they had a big picture and whatnot, which is great. And that's what's so wonderful, great about any sport in particular. But hockey, it's just the family around it is different. It's what I think. But especially if there's strategy involved.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you see college football.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys take on
Michigan, Ohio State.
the flag and the other players, the other team's logo and shit like that? I think it's stupid.
I think
Grow up.
Yeah, I think it's disrespectful. I mean, I get it. Like, it fires you up, but come on, we don't. Could you imagine doing that at center ice at somebody's rink?
No.
No.
But and it's not that it was just one team. It was almost all the rivalries.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
6 or 7 of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, and man, I swear it all started with going back. I feel like Baker Mayfield started the whole thing.
I wouldn't be surprised if that is the
When
case.
he
for
did
it.
that. It's just like, man, grow up. I don't know. It's just win like a man.
Yeah, and that's who was it? The Longhorns.
Texas and
Texas.
Yeah,
A&M.
their coach is
Yeah.
get the hell off the field.
Yeah.
Grow up kind of thing. And I'm not sure if it was him, but they interviewed a coach after, and he's like, grow up, fellas.
Yeah.
Win like a pro.
Yeah.
100%.
You know, and I think that it says a lot, like about the coach and the organization of any sport. That we're talking football in particular, but I think it's just disrespectful on many levels, and like learn how to win.
Yeah.
You know, that's the biggest thing.
like imagine if our guys did that.
No.
Like anything like that. Like it would be completely unacceptable.
Yeah.
We would never allow that.
No, like and I don't think there would be a team in hockey that would do that. Like they're different athletes for sure. You know, like and it's a different environment for sure.
I think I can think of a couple teams,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to throw anybody
Yeah,
out there.
UNLV would do something like that.
What teams are you thinking, sir? Who cares?
I'm just watching my P's and Q's. I remember what happened last year.
That's why I went
Hot
outside the
mics.
league.
Right.
So,
Yeah, you know, I think I know why you don't like talking is
Yeah,
because you know the last
usually,
time
yeah,
you said something about you got a little bit of a vacation.
and it wasn't an enjoyable vacation. It wasn't all inclusive or anything. So
No, it wasn't. You know, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh man, sure, that's funny. That's really funny. But yeah, it's football. Deion Sanders. We're going to talk a little bit about football because it seems to be in the limelight right now. Deion Sanders. I love the guy.
Me too.
yeah,
Coach Prime. I love the way he does things. Anybody who hates him is just a hater, man, because he does it right.
You know, and his son's good. You know, he's not talking out of pocket when he says, "Hey, man," like I watched an interview with him yesterday. With who's the real good guy on his team?
Travis Hunter.
So Hunter and Shador, right? They're going to be first rounders, high end. And he's like, hey, and he's talking to the team. He's like, listen, like you high ender guys, like you better watch your P's and Q's for the next little bit because there's going to be eyes on you everywhere.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you eat, when you like literally when you sleep, when you're going to the store, when you're with your boys,
Yeah.
you know, and that's a report card
For sure.
It's going to go to the clubs.
Yep.
And it's like, you know what, we're going to take maybe Sherman over Mikey because kind of acts like an idiot when he's at Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
100%.
The way he talks to people.
Yeah, it's an investment from a business.
Yeah, man, especially when you have that high end, man. You're
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you end up like the one. Who's the one guy? It was an offensive lineman who ended up with a video on Twitter of him with the big gas mask on.
Oh,
Like,
I remember that, but I don't
smoking-
remember
smoking-
who
so
was
you-
it.
It was on Twitter. I don't remember who he was, but he was smoking pot out of a gas mask, and it came up right before the draft. he probably lost a couple sheets because of that.
Oh yeah. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know, you go from a first rounder to a second rounder. That's
It's a
that,
little
that,
bit of
that
a
difference
pay
is
cut,
more than
yeah.
people make in a year.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
and lifetime.
Absolutely.
That's what I meant. Is a lifetime. But so the draft is a big deal in the NFL and anywhere though.
Yeah.
You know, like who's good in the junior ranks this year? Who's projected number one?
The junior?
Anybody know? I have no idea. I'm asking. I'm not being.
Isn't it the kid at Boston College?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a U.S. kid for sure.
It's
I can't think of what his name is.
It's probably wrong.
I think that's right. I think he's number
Well,
one in
it's
the.
I'm sure he was born in Canada.
Oh, probably maybe.
That's possible. I just know he's a college hockey player.
Yeah. I think he was U.S. born, but I can't think of what his name is. I think he's in Boston. Yeah.
I did see a video of Macklin Celebrini's little brother. He's a lot younger though. He's not.
Is he pretty
drafted.
good?
Yeah, he's a little stud.
Yeah.
I think he's like Bantam maybe.
Yeah.
And he's a little stud. He's gonna be a problem.
Really? Eh?
Yeah.
So while celebrating himself, the older guy is pretty good too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Too bad he's in San Jose, but
Yeah, that sucks, man. Well, it's not suck to play there. Well, especially when you're out of the rink.
yeah.
Maybe when you're in the rink, it kind of blows. But
They pack. Well, I don't know how it is now, but they used to.
They used to
it.
pack it. Yeah.
And it used to be a tough environment. But I mean, they've been an AHL team for a while.
Yeah.
So
Quite a while. Seems.
and I went to California. I think it was in the Anaheim Mighty Ducks rink. Man, it's just like it's not a nice facility.
Honda Center?
Anaheim.
It's just different. It's older.
I haven't been there. Yeah. I don't.
No, I've never been there either.
I haven't been to any
I
of
shouldn't
the
say it's not
California.
nice, but you know what I mean. Compared to like Chicago or
Oh yeah.
one of the newer buildings.
Chicago's not new.
No, but I said
Yeah,
but I meant a newer
Yeah, but-
building.
Oh, okay.
United Center is pretty legit.
Well, yeah.
Why, you're
it's-
from there.
It's just
I'm from
legendary,
Michigan. Hold on. I just lived there for a while.
though. It's one of those buildings.
I haven't been to Little Caesars in Detroit yet. I haven't been
That's
to Red
new.
Wings game since.
How's my boy Connor Bedard doing?
He was struggling. He finally got the monkey off his back. He scored a short side goal last week, but he was struggling.
Yeah.
He went like 12 or 13 games scoreless, and when he scored, he sallied pretty hard because he was the monkey off the back.
Yeah,
time.
well, it sucks, man. When you go, if you're there for that, and you're not scoring.
Oh yeah.
it'll play on you.
For sure. Especially being in that market, you're not scoring in Chicago. You're supposed to be scoring. That's got to make it even tougher.
Oh,
Just like Toronto, like same situation there. You're not Mitch Marner or whatever, not putting the puck in the net.
Yeah.
It's gonna make it harder.
I'm not a big Marner fan.
I'm not either.
Yeah, I think he's part of the problem there, if not the problem there.
Yeah.
He's definitely a problem, I would say.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan. Like, he's good, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not a fan of his body language. Like, it's just, like, really his appearance.
Yeah.
He acts like a child.
He's a goofy guy, yeah.
He does act like a child. Like when you look at Matthews, if you were to see that guy on the street, you're like, there's no way he is who he is.
No, not a chance.
No.
No
He doesn't
way.
even look like an athlete, really.
No, he does not.
Did you see that behind the scenes thing on Amazon? I think it might be called Face Off.
Face Off, yeah.
It was going through the playoffs last year, and when Toronto lost in that series, it was Nylander on the bench, who everybody thinks is a problem, telling the other two, "Can you guys just shut up and stop bitching all the time?" And he's yelling at Matthew and Marner.
Really?
And so it's kind of interesting, like, the perception's one thing, but it's like, what's really going on?
Yeah, he gained some respect in my book after that, after I saw that's for sure.
And he's been the only guy who's clutch in the playoffs.
Right?
Yeah, and everyone thinks he was the problem, and they overpaid him, but come playoffs.
No. Who was from Toronto that got shipped to New York? Islanders.
You mean the other way around?
No. This was a couple years ago.
Talking about Tavares going from
Tavares.
Islanders to
Yeah.
Toronto? Yeah, he was kind of a letdown a little bit, a little overpaid maybe, but
Well, they
He's
need
veteran experience.
They need a little bit of
Yeah,
leadership,
they need
right, at
that,
the time.
yeah.
And obviously, that goes a long way. But some dead air here, fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
But yeah,
I was talking.
When
I
is
was
it-
trying.
speaking of that movement, when is the player deadline for the NHL? We're a long way away, but
I think
talking
it's usually
end of March, middle of March.
Middle of March.
Yeah, so
I
we
think
got some time.
Yeah.
I think if where's Toronto at right now? Standings.
I don't even know.
Do you know?
I've been busy. I haven't been able to really watch any games.
I would imagine they're doing all right, but if they don't do it this year, because they're heavy, man. They need to start shipping guys out.
Yeah.
Something's got to change.
Yeah.
Can't blame Dubas anymore.
Right? Dubas.
But he's going to have to fall on the sword in Pittsburgh there maybe.
Yeah, they're struggling.
They're
Or well, they
struggling.
were. I don't know.
Well,
They're still-
Crosby's getting old. Malkin's just as old. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
They're still good.
Crosby's
They're
getting
still-
old, but he doesn't. He still plays.
he's still
like,
good, but
he's
it's like besides those two and who's the D man?
Letang.
Letang. Like they got rid of Rust.
Yeah, Carlson looks terrible.
Yeah.
From
Vegas. That's Vegas, right?
They have no goaltending. Like,
Jari
sucks.
Jari's.
Who's-
that Gensel deal looks terrible now.
Yeah.
Getting
Yeah.
rid of him.
But who knows, man? It's there's so many things that go on, and when you get to that level, obviously contracts play a part, 100%.
One bad contract could cost you your job.
Yeah, right,
Yep.
for sure. Yeah, for sure. But anyway, guys, we're gonna keep this short. We're busy around here. We got a lot of stuff going on. Get ready for the weekend. I know the NA here in town against the visiting Shreveport Mudbugs.
Mudbugs.
Yeah, so the old Soupy's in town. He's a good dude, man.
Yeah, he is.
So that'll be a good weekend for another good test here at home. I know there's a lot of hype, a lot of people coming. I think it'll be a great weekend for sure. And the NA3 team traveling, they leave tomorrow morning bright and early. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a bus driver change somewhere along the way, just so you guys know.
That's so much better. That's so much better than when the two bus drivers are on the bus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
change halfway.
That's what we did last week.
That's so much better.
But
anyway, they're
hopefully
gonna-
you get Joel. That's who we had. Joel.
He's awesome.
Shout out to Joel.
Shout out to Joel.
Appreciate you. He's requested all the time, and I know he's got a lot of stuff going on too, but appreciate him.
He's kind of jacked.
Yeah. And his hair was always on point. No matter
Well, isn't
what.
he a hair cutter too?
I have no idea.
I thought it's one of the dudes.
He's
But
one of the
anyway.
most helpful guys, man. He
Yeah.
won't even let you. He won't even let
he
us
make-
put our bags on
Yeah.
on the
He
bus.
does
Really,
it,
eh?
yeah. He loads it, unloads it.
Yeah.
I got
Well,
out there a
cool.
little early this weekend, and he was mopping and sweeping and taking the trash out. I'm like, those guys are supposed to do that. He's like, I got it.
Yeah, he won't let them.
Yeah.
Because they spilled something.
Yeah.
And I was making them clean it up because the water's literally running down the aisle. And then he's like, no, coach, no, I'll do it. I was like, no, like they spilled it.
did
They
it.
need to do it. And he's like, no, all right.
Well, that's good. It's part of a team, right? So anyway, safe journey this weekend.
Thank you.
Best luck here at home.
Absolutely.
We're going to keep it short, and it'll be a good weekend, man. So best of luck to everybody, and thanks for tuning in, guys. Episode 44, Rob Brown. Look him up, man.
Morgan Riley.
Look him at. All right, guys. Take care. Thank you.